Howdy folks, Calibrated.Core here. Welcome back to another Enlisted video. It's great to have you guys here. It's been a little bit of time since I've had an opportunity to post, but we're going to go ahead and do something a little different today. Our last video reached 85,000 views by the time we posted this, so that's pretty incredible. Thank you very much. But what I noticed is that there were quite a few questions from you guys. So in this case, I'd like to go ahead and see if we can do 10 of your guys' questions in 10 minutes. This is going to be a heck of a challenge, but let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's get this started. Question number 1 comes from Vidar. How was the skill level of the bots? This is a pretty interesting question. So we've only had 2 alphas, and essentially the bots haven't been too helpful, in my opinion. Now, the developers just released a development blog on June 1st detailing actually how they're going to use machine learning to teach the bots how to play. Now, I won't go into machine learning. That's a very complex subject using algorithms and whatnot. But if you're interested, make sure you check it out because it's really kind of a subset of the idea behind artificial intelligence. But to make a long story short, they're actually going to go ahead and teach these bots how to play by using different tracks, different numbers, threat indicators, and so on and so forth. It's really freaking cool. So I think we'll see a substantial improvement in bot play within the next few patches for sure. Now, following up along Vidar's question, William asks, so, can you only use a squad of bots? Yes. There are 10 to 12 players per side, actual players like you see me here, and each of those players gets squads to use, or bot squads to use. Now, you can actually have 5 in your actual lineup that you take into battle, which is pretty cool, but you can only use 1 squad at a time. What I really like about it, though, is if you get killed, you automatically switch to another soldier or NPC in the squad that you take over. However, you can switch at any time to any of those soldiers using the left Alt key. Now, as you heard in the video, my cat decided she wanted to throw her input into the conversation as she was trying to get in my reenactor closet. No, kitty, that's a bad kitty. Just kidding, kitty. We love you. Anyways, that brings us to question number 3. Is this going to be on console by Unknown Stahlhelm? Really cool name, by the way. Yes, as far as I can tell, after combing through the Reddit, it seems like everybody is convinced this will be coming to console, and I've been saying this for a good amount of time. Actually, if you even check the controls, you can see that there's controls for console and the controller and whatnot, but of course you can use controllers on PC, so that doesn't really say much. But given that we know that War Thunder is on console, I would be very surprised if this didn't go to console itself. Now, it seems to be that everybody's convinced that it's going to Xbox first. I never saw a statement from the developers saying that that would be the case and that it was going to console yet. I'll be sure to update this video when I get a chance, but as far as I can tell, it's going to Xbox first after they get the PC version squared away because they want to make sure it's a good port. No word about PS for PlayStation or anything of the sort, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. But given that if it's coming to Xbox, it's got to come to PlayStation at one time, so I wouldn't be surprised. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. I'm sure it'll come to PS at some point. Now, onwards and upwards to question number 4 by SRK. Is the game still free or will remain free? And is it compatible for low-end PC? So given this is kind of a twofer, I guess I'll answer both questions as best as I can. So yes, the game will be free and will remain free, just like War Thunder. A lot of people are concerned about that because you know how free-to-play games are. There's got to be a way to make money, right? So either they're going to have DLC, microtransactions. In this case of War Thunder and that, it was, you know, premium ships, premium accounts, planes, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And that seems to be the biggest issue, especially for this game because there are a lot of unlocks and different squads that you can get and progression. I think that could really kind of be an issue in the future. But as far as your original question goes, yes, it will be free. You won't have to worry about that. They want to try and get as many players as they can to come and experience this game, which I think is great because it is fantastic and has some really good potential. We just got to keep an eye out on the microtransactions. Now, as for your second part of the question, that's hard to answer. As you guys know, this was only alpha number 2, so there's still a lot of optimization that has to be done and whatnot. So it's hard to say, really, but I think if you could run War Thunder tanks adequately, you should be able to run this just fine. Of course, you know, that's conjecture. I don't have a solid answer for that, but I feel like this game should run just fine in the future once they really get it developed and have the ability to do quite a few optimization passes. All right, moving right along to question number 5. You're making some excellent time. So the Flashpoint 1985 asks, will this game release on Steam? They didn't say anything on their website. Now, this is really kind of full of conjecture right now. I've combed the Reddit and, you know, some of the other resources in the web pages, and I didn't see anything specifically that said that this game won't be on Steam. Now, I've heard rumors of people saying it won't be because this game actually launches with its own launcher, independent of the War Thunder launcher. So I don't know. I really don't know. It would make sense that they would keep it on Steam in conjunction with War Thunder because a large portion of their player base comes from that avenue. But it may be possible that they're trying to push more people away from Steam, get them more onto their own launchers so they can have a larger accounting of players. So, but once again, this is kind of one of those questions that's like, yes, but actually no. We don't know at this time, and if somebody knows, please correct me in the comments. You know I love that. Keep me posted with that, and I'll update you with these as soon as I find out some more information. Okay, question number 6 comes from Ian Hovenden. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. My apologies, brother. He asks, where can I find this game? So as you guys know, you can sign up on the website for Alpha Access. It seems like a lot of people are signing up and not getting the opportunity to play. I think that's only because they're only allowing a certain amount of testers in at at certain particular times. As for us, I signed up, gosh, immediately when I found out about this game. So that's probably why I was granted, access so early on, was because I was one of the first applicants. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a wait, but that doesn't keep you guys from applying. So make sure you get on the website, do some research, and throw your name in the hat so you too can join us. Okay, moving right along to question number 7. PJ the Pickpocket Pickle says, since it says campaign rewards, does that mean game has a single player story, or do they mean campaign in military terms? So this is kind of interesting. It is not campaign as in single player story. Essentially, it's campaign in the sense where you have unlocks and rewards. So every game you rank up or you gain experience that allows you to unlock different vehicles, tanks, equipment, and so on and so forth. And on top of that, it's a really neat progression system that I think will have players coming back for a long time. Now, speaking of vehicles, this actually moves us to question/statement number 8 by Benjamin. Am I the only one who thinks they should have multi-crew tanks, not just one player? And this is actually pretty interesting, and I found this out the hard way. In fact, they do have multi-crew tanks. Interestingly, if your bots in your tank get killed, those positions can be filled by another player. I was sitting in my Panther in the gunner, and I lost 3 crewmen, and a couple of guys jumped in and started driving off, and I had no idea what happened until I looked at the bot list, and sure enough, there were players in there. So it's pretty cool. So it'll be interesting to see if this gets developed further, and we actually get to see some more multi-crew player vehicles in the future. Now, we are just moving right along, and we're kicking ass with time. I won't have the chance to read all of Nate's for time's sake, but he does make some really awesome points about the uniform aesthetics and some of the gear and so on and so forth. You'll see in a minute another gentleman has commented about German insignias and whatnot, and I do like to defend the developers on this one, and I have a couple times, is that this is early alpha. They're focusing on gameplay, optimization, so on and so forth, and they promise that they will actually give us a complete overhaul of the uniforms, weapons, equipment, and so on and so forth in the coming patches. And I do believe them, and I could tell just by the graphics and the detail they put into the maps that I think they'll do the exact same with our weaponry and accoutrements. Now, also in regards to the insignias and emblems, the developers did say they were going to put everything in there and not censor stuff. And this was according to an interview not too long ago. But, that remains to be seen, and we'll have to take a look at that and reevaluate that in the future. Now, last but not least, this is the next question or statement, is possible next alpha test. And I took this directly from Reddit, so thank you, MILB004, for asking this question. I really hope that we get another opportunity to test this weekend, or even tomorrow, rather, June 6th. I think it would be an awesome opportunity to give D-Day a go, because we know that they have D-Day ready to go, according to some of the footage that we saw earlier. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get the opportunity to storm the beaches tomorrow alongside the commemoration for the 76th anniversary. But if we don't, that's okay too. It just gives us an opportunity to look forward to the next alpha test here soon. Seems to be that they're coming about a month apart, so hopefully we'll get another one, you know, within the next week or so. But thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot today. I tried to do 10 minutes, 10 questions in 10 minutes. Looks like we were pretty damn close, and so I appreciate you watching it. Hope I answered a lot of good questions for you guys, and I will see you in the next test. Thank you very much. Love you all. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. As always, I'd like to announce the followers of my channel. Thank you very much, Colonel Nathan LaBelle, First Lieutenant Red Runner, First Lieutenant Jolly, First Lieutenant Zombie, Colonel Charles Hemingway, Captain John, Officer Candidate Matt, Officer Candidate General Cody, Officer Candidate Lucas, and all you guys for joining me today. You are truly amazing fans. I've been blessed to have such an incredible fan base, and I thank you very much for being here and watching my videos. Take care. I hope you all are well. We'll see you on the battlefield. Love you.